Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Are you serious about your life? Truly serious? Because if you're not, let me tell you, the world won't be serious about you either. The life you live, the dreams you cherish, and the goals you've set, they all hinge on your ability to commit, to focus, and to embrace the seriousness that success demands. Today, we'll discuss a set of key principles to help you learn to be serious with your life. If you take these to heart, I promise your life will transform in ways you never imagined. The first step in truly getting serious about your life is taking full responsibility for everything that has happened to you. You have to own it all, the good, the bad, and yes, even the ugly. The key to unlocking your potential begins with this realization: no one is coming to fix things for you. The world doesn't owe you anything. And as long as you continue to blame your circumstances, your upbringing, or anyone else for where you are today, you're giving away your power. The moment you stop making excuses and decide to take full responsibility for your life, you regain control. That's when things begin to shift. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you blamed your past, your environment, or the people around you for your current situation? How many times have you felt like things are outside of your control? It's easy to point fingers, to say, if only I had a different upbringing, or if only I had more resources, or if only the economy was better. But here's the reality: all of those external factors are beyond your control. What you can control is how you respond. And when you take responsibility, you stop being a victim of your circumstances. You become the creator of your own destiny. It starts with a simple but profound decision to own your life, to own every success, every failure, and everything in between. It's your life, and it's up to you to steer the ship. The world may try to throw obstacles in your way, but how you navigate them is entirely up to you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect opportunity. The time to act is now, and the only thing holding you back is the excuses you're telling yourself. When you stop making excuses, you start making progress. Progress doesn't happen when you sit around and wait for someone to rescue you or for circumstances to change. It happens when you take charge. When you take charge, when you decide that no matter what happens, you're going to take the next step. Every time you blame someone or something else, you delay your progress. You are the captain of your ship, and no one else is going to steer it for you. You have to chart your own course and take responsibility for every turn, every wave, and every storm you face. Think about all the potential you have within you. But potential means nothing if it's not backed by action. Action comes from responsibility. The responsibility to show up every day, to keep moving forward, and to make things happen. When you stop blaming and start taking ownership of your life, you set yourself on the path to success. It's not about waiting for the perfect time or the perfect opportunity. It's about making the decision today to take control and to move forward with purpose. No one can do this for you. No one can live your life for you. The moment you stop making excuses, that's when the doors of opportunity begin to open. You'll find strength in your ability to rise above challenges. You'll start to see how your actions can shape your reality. Take responsibility for everything, and the world will begin to respond. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. The moment you take responsibility, you begin the journey to greatness. Clarity of purpose is the starting point for everything you want to accomplish in life. It's not just important, it's absolutely essential. Without a clear purpose, you're like a ship without a rudder, adrift in an endless sea, tossed around by the currents of life with no real direction. You may be putting in the effort, you may be working hard, but without knowing exactly where you want to go, you'll find yourself stuck, going in circles, or worse, going nowhere. The first step toward achieving anything is to define your purpose clearly. Ask yourself right now, what is it that I truly want to achieve in my life? What is the one thing that if I accomplished it would make me feel like I've lived a full, meaningful life? And beyond that, what kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? What do I want people to remember me for when I'm gone? These are the questions that cut to the core of who you are and what you truly value. Don't let them slip away. Take them seriously, because your answers will determine the course of your life. The power of clarity lies in its ability to drive your actions. When you know exactly what you want, the world begins to shift. The distractions fade. The temptations to wander, to chase after things that don't matter, begin to lose their power over you. When your purpose is clear, every decision becomes easier. Every action you take is aligned with the vision you've set for yourself. You no longer waste time on things that don't bring you closer to your goals. Instead, your efforts become laser-focused. You are no longer just moving through life, you are moving with intention, with purpose, and with urgency. Now, here's where it gets really important. You have to make your purpose real. Write it down. It's easy to let a dream stay in your mind, but a dream that's not written down is just a wish. When you put pen to paper, you're not only making it real, you're committing to it. You're telling yourself that this is no longer just a passing thought, it's a plan. It's a mission, and it's one you're going to pursue with everything you've got. Write it down and look at it every day. Keep it in front of you, because when you do that, you remind yourself every day why you're doing what you're doing. Purpose is not just about achieving goals, it's about having a reason to get out of bed in the morning, a reason to keep going even when the road gets tough. It's about finding meaning in the daily grind, in the small tasks that may seem insignificant at first, but are actually building the foundation for something much bigger. When your purpose is clear, everything you do takes on meaning. No effort feels wasted. Even the challenges and setbacks become part of the journey, because you know they are leading you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. So I challenge you today to find your purpose with absolute clarity. Ask yourself the tough questions. What do you want to achieve? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Write it down and make it real. When you do this, you'll begin to see how your life takes on new direction, new energy, and new meaning. Your actions will be guided by your purpose, and your efforts will begin to bear fruit. This is your life, make it count. And make it count for something that truly matters to you. Dreams are beautiful, aren't they? They paint a picture of a future full of possibility and hope. But let me tell you this, dreams, no matter how inspiring, are just fleeting thoughts unless you turn them into something tangible. That's where goals come in. Goals are the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Without goals, your dreams are like a ship floating without a rudder, beautiful, but directionless. Goals give your dreams purpose, they give them life, and they give you the structure you need to turn them into reality. If you're serious about your future, you cannot afford to leave your goals to chance. You have to set them, and more importantly, you have to set them clearly. You need specific, measurable, and time-bound goals, goals that will push you forward, hold you accountable, and keep you focused. If your goals aren't clear, how can you ever expect to reach them? How can you move forward if you don't even know where you're headed? This is why setting clear, non-negotiable goals is one of the most important things you can do for your success. Let's break it down. Your goals must be specific. This means that instead of just saying, I want to be successful, you define what success looks like to you. Is it a certain income? Is it a particular position in your career? Or is it the freedom to live life on your own terms? Be clear about it. Make it specific. The more defined your goal is, the more tangible it becomes, and the easier it will be to map out a plan to achieve it. Your goals must also be measurable. You need to know when you've achieved them and how far along the path you are. It's not enough to say, I want to get better at this, or I want to be healthier. You need to set benchmarks that you can track. For instance, if your goal is to increase your income, what number are you aiming for? If your goal is to improve your health, what weight or level of fitness are you targeting? When you can measure your progress, you know where you stand, and you'll be motivated to keep going. And your goals must be time-bound. Time gives goals urgency. Without deadlines, it's easy to put things off, to delay, to procrastinate. But when you give yourself a time frame, whether it's 6 months, a year, or 5 years, you create a sense of responsibility and commitment. Time is the one resource you can never get back, and it's what makes your goals real. The clock is ticking, and every moment you spend without action is a moment lost. Serious people don't wait for things to happen, they make them happen. They don't leave their goals to chance. They set them with purpose, they write them down, and they review them regularly. And here's the thing, your goals are not set in stone. Life happens. You might hit obstacles, you might face setbacks. That's why you need to be flexible. Review your goals often. Adjust them if necessary. What's important is that you keep moving toward them, no matter what. Your goals are your compass. They guide you through the ups and downs of life, keeping you focused, keeping you driven, and keeping you on course. So take a moment right now to set your goals. Make them specific, measurable, and time-bound. Write them down and put them somewhere you can see them every day. Let them become your daily reminder of where you're going, and let them fuel your actions. Make your goals non-negotiable. When you do, you'll find that progress becomes inevitable. Your dreams will no longer just be dreams, they'll become your reality. And that, my friend, is the power of setting clear, non-negotiable goals. Success doesn't happen overnight. There's no magic formula, no sudden breakthrough, no single moment where everything falls into place. Success is built in the small, seemingly insignificant moments that happen every single day. It's the commitment to daily action that turns dreams into reality. Too many people look at successful individuals and think they've somehow been blessed with something special. But let me tell you, this success isn't about luck, it's about consistency. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and making progress, no matter how small. Think about it for a moment. The most successful people aren't the ones who wait for the perfect opportunity or the perfect day. They're the ones who get up and put in the effort day after day, even when the results aren't immediate, even when they feel like they're not getting anywhere. Success isn't a one-time event. It's a process. It's a series of small actions repeated daily that build up over time. And here's the key, those small actions must be disciplined. Discipline is the difference between dreaming and achieving. It's the bridge that connects your goals to your reality. You see, excellence is not something you do once. It's not an event or an accomplishment, it's a habit. It's about how you show up every day. It's about doing the work even when no one is watching. Whether it's reading that book you know will expand your knowledge, exercising to keep your body in peak condition, working on your craft to get better at what you do, or building relationships that will support your growth, success requires that you show up every single day without fail. This is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Too often, people expect results without putting in the consistent effort. They want the success, but they're not willing to put in the work. They want the reward, but they're not willing to sacrifice the time and discipline required to earn it. But the truth is, success doesn't come from isolated bursts of effort. It's not about a few good days or weeks. It's about the long haul, the steady, disciplined commitment to doing the work, day in and day out, whether it's easy or hard. And here's the beautiful part, when you commit to daily action, it starts to feel natural. It becomes who you are. You don't have to force yourself to do it anymore. It becomes part of your routine, part of your identity. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the highest achievers in every field, they all have one thing in common: discipline. They don't rely on inspiration or motivation alone. They understand that motivation fades, but discipline is what keeps them going when motivation runs dry. It's the habit of showing up, of putting in the work that leads to the results. It's the daily action that compounds over time and creates massive success. So ask yourself, are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to show up every day, no matter how difficult, no matter how tired you are, no matter how many distractions come your way? If you want to achieve something truly great, you must master the discipline of daily action. The path to success is built step by step by step, action by action, habit by habit. The more you commit to the process, the closer you'll get to your dreams. Make every day count, because success is the sum of the actions you take consistently. The choice is yours. Will you put in the work today and every day, or will you settle for less? The road to greatness starts with your daily commitment to action. Time is the most valuable asset you have. It's not money, it's not possessions, and it's certainly not the things you think you want or need. Time is the one resource that once it's gone, you can never get back. Every second, every minute, every hour you spend is an investment in your future, in your dreams, in your relationships, and in your legacy. The question is, what are you investing in? How are you spending your time today? And what does that mean for your tomorrow? Too many people treat time like it's an endless resource. They think they have plenty of it, that there's always tomorrow to do what they need to do. But the reality is, time waits for no one. Time is unforgiving. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't buy more of it. You can't borrow it. And you can't rewind it. That means you need to treat every moment like it matters. The way you spend your time is the way you're spending your life. If you waste time, you're wasting your life. If you squander time, you're squandering the very thing that could build the future you dream of. We live in a world filled with distractions. We are constantly bombarded by noise, social media, news, endless entertainment, and countless things that pull our attention in every direction. It's easy to get caught up in the small stuff, in the things that don't really matter, and before you know it, hours, days, even years have passed. This is why you must make a conscious decision to stop wasting time on trivial matters. When you wake up in the morning, what are you choosing to do with your time? Are you scrolling through your phone, getting lost in distractions? Or are you choosing to invest in things that will move you forward, that will bring you closer to your goals? Every moment you spend on things that don't align with your vision is a moment you'll never get back. To prioritize what truly matters. Focus on activities that contribute to your growth, that help you improve, that move you closer to your goals. That might mean putting in the work to develop a new skill, dedicating time to your health, investing in relationships that matter, or reading and learning something that will broaden your perspective. It might even mean saying no to things, to people, to distractions that aren't serving you. It's not always easy, but it's necessary. You have to be intentional about how you spend your time, because what you do today will determine the life you live tomorrow. Remember, time spent is life spent. If you want to build something great, whether it's a successful career, a healthy body, or meaningful relationships, you have to be willing to invest the time it takes to make it happen. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you've made a choice to spend your time wisely, to focus on what matters, and to use every moment as an opportunity to move forward. So ask yourself, how are you spending your time? Are you investing it in the things that will get you closer to your dreams, or are you wasting it on things that don't truly matter? If you truly value your time, you'll treat it with the respect it deserves. Time is the one resource you can't get back. And how you spend it will ultimately determine the quality of your life. Treat every second as precious, because it is. Spend your time wisely and you'll build a future that reflects the value you've placed on it. Time is your most precious asset, don't waste it. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your life. Think about it, your life is a reflection of the company you keep. The conversations you engage in, the ideas you entertain, and the energy you absorb are all influenced by the people you spend the most time with. If you want to elevate your life, your business, and your relationships, then you must surround yourself with serious, driven people who will inspire and challenge you to be your best. The people in your life should be the ones who push you forward, not hold you back. When you surround yourself with serious people, people who are committed to their growth, who pursue their goals with intensity, and who live with purpose, you begin to adopt that same mindset. You start to think bigger, to act with more purpose, and to push yourself beyond your limits. Serious people don't settle for mediocrity. They are constantly striving for improvement, for excellence, and for more out of life. Being around them will naturally raise your own standards. You begin to see what's possible, and you start to believe that you can achieve more too. They challenge you, inspire you, and most importantly, they show you what's possible when you commit to your own growth. But the opposite is also true. The people you allow into your circle have the power to bring you down. If you surround yourself with negativity, with people who complain, who settle for less, or who resist change, you'll find that their energy is contagious. Negativity will seep into your thinking, and soon you'll start doubting yourself and your potential. Complacency will become a habit, and you'll begin to settle for less than you deserve. You cannot afford to let these kinds of people influence your journey. You cannot afford to let their doubts cloud your vision or slow down your progress. This doesn't mean you should abandon friends or family who may not be on the same path as you. It means you need to be intentional about who you allow to have the most influence over your life. Seek out individuals who inspire you, who have achieved the things you want to achieve, or who are on a similar path of growth. These are the people who will help you level up, who will challenge you to think bigger, to push harder, and to dream higher. If you want to grow, you need to be around people who are also growing. If you want to succeed, you need to be around people who have already succeeded or are on their way. Find those who are serious about their lives, their dreams, and their commitments, and make them your inner circle. Let their energy and mindset become a part of who you are. Remember, the company you keep will ultimately shape the quality of your life. If you want to achieve greatness, you must surround yourself with greatness. Avoid the negativity, the complainers, and the dream killers. Instead, seek out the people who will encourage you, inspire you, and push you to be the best version of yourself. When you do this, your life will transform, and you'll find that you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. The quality of your life will rise to the level of the people you surround yourself with, so choose wisely. Surround yourself with serious people, and watch how your life changes for the better. The difference between those who reach their full potential and those who settle for mediocrity comes down to one simple factor: a growth mindset. The serious individual is never satisfied with where they are. They understand that life is a journey, not a destination. They know that the pursuit of knowledge, skill, and self-improvement is a lifelong commitment. Success doesn't come from knowing everything or having all the answers. It comes from the constant willingness to learn and grow. This is what separates the great from the good. Growth is not optional, it's essential. If you want to truly succeed, you must adopt a mindset that thrives on progress and embraces learning at every stage of your life. The world is constantly changing, evolving, and presenting new challenges. The serious person understands that to stay ahead, they must keep learning, adapting, and growing. And growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you actively seek out knowledge, when you expose yourself to new ideas, when you put yourself in environments that challenge you. That's why you must make a habit of reading books that expand your understanding, attending seminars that push your thinking, and seeking out mentors who can show you what you're capable of achieving. There is no substitute for ongoing education. In a world that's constantly shifting, the most valuable skill you can develop is the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. But growth doesn't just come from textbooks or seminars. Growth also comes from the challenges you face, from the obstacles that seem to stand in your way. Serious people don't shy away from setbacks, they embrace them. Every failure, every mistake, every setback is an opportunity to learn and improve. When you encounter a challenge, instead of feeling defeated, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I turn this setback into a stepping stone for success? The serious person understands that the path to greatness is rarely smooth. It's often filled with bumps, turns, and obstacles. But they also know that those challenges are what shape their growth. Without them, there would be no progress. Imagine what your life could look like if you adopted this mindset in every area of your life. Imagine how much you could grow if you viewed every challenge as a lesson, every success as a chance to deepen your understanding, and every failure is a valuable part of your journey. This kind of mindset will not only propel you forward, but it will also make you resilient in the face of adversity. Life will throw many challenges your way, but the person with a growth mindset will see every single one as an opportunity to become better, stronger, and more capable. If you truly want to achieve extraordinary things in your life, you must commit to becoming a lifelong student. No matter how successful you become, no matter how much you achieve, there is always room to grow. The greatest achievers in the world are those who never stop learning. They know that the pursuit of knowledge and self-improvement is the key to sustained success. So commit today to developing a growth mindset. Embrace the idea that growth is a continual process, not a destination. The moment you stop learning is the moment you start stagnating. Keep learning, keep growing, and watch how your life transforms. Life is full of ups and downs. It's not a question of whether challenges will arise, but when they will. You will face setbacks, disappointments, and unexpected storms. That's just part of the journey. But here's the truth: while you can't always control what happens to you, you can control how you respond. The serious individual understands that the key to navigating life's challenges is not allowing your emotions to dictate your actions. You can choose how you react. The difference between those who rise and those who fall often comes down to emotional management. We all experience emotions: anger, fear, frustration, excitement, joy. They are part of being human, and they're not inherently bad. But when you let your emotions take the wheel, when you let them control your actions, you're at the mercy of circumstances. Serious people know that emotions are powerful, but they also know that their actions must come from a place of thoughtfulness and control, not from impulse or reaction. Whether you're faced with a tough situation of failure or even success, your emotional response can either propel you forward or hold you back. It's the serious person who learns to stay calm in the storm, to focus on the task at hand, and to make decisions based on logic and clarity rather than emotion and impulse. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions and the emotions of others. It's a skill that can be developed, and it is one of the cornerstones of a serious life. When you have emotional intelligence, you can weather any storm without losing your sense of direction. You can face challenges with resilience and patience rather than being swept away by frustration or fear. You can confront adversity without losing sight of your goals, because you understand that emotional reactions are temporary, but your vision and purpose are permanent. Managing your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It doesn't mean pretending you're never angry or sad or upset. It means understanding your emotions, processing them in a healthy way, and then using that understanding to make better decisions. When you feel anger rising, instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment to pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to teach me? What's the best response? This pause, this moment of reflection, is where power lies. It's where you shift from being controlled by your emotions to controlling your emotions. By developing emotional intelligence, you equip yourself with the resilience to face any situation without being thrown off course. When life throws a curveball, you don't crumble. You don't let it dictate your next move. Instead, you stay focused on your long-term vision. You adjust. You adapt. You move forward with purpose, knowing that the storm, like all storms, will eventually pass. If you want to live a serious life, you must learn to manage your emotions. You must become the master of your feelings, not their servant. This doesn't mean you won't feel. It means you won't be ruled by those feelings. You'll face challenges with calm, with wisdom, and with the understanding that you control your response. When you master your emotions, you master your life. And when you master your life, you are free to create the success, the happiness, and the fulfillment you deserve. Mediocrity has no place in a serious life. The moment you decide to settle for less than your best, you are not just compromising your potential, you're also compromising your future. Excellence is not a one-time achievement, it's a habit, a way of life, a mindset that you must cultivate in everything you do. Whether it's a small task or a big responsibility, the standard you set for yourself determines the quality of your life. If you want to achieve greatness, if you want to live a life of purpose and fulfillment, then you must commit to excellence in everything you do. Let's get clear on this: excellence isn't about perfection. Perfection is an illusion. a moving target that is constantly changing. Excellence is about giving your very best no matter what you're doing. It's about pouring your full effort into whatever task is in front of you and doing it with pride. It's about showing up every day and striving for improvement no matter how big or small the task may seem. Whether you're sweeping the floor, writing an email, or leading a meeting, excellence demands that you give your best every single time. It's not about how others perceive you, it's about how you perceive yourself. It's about setting your own standards and then meeting or exceeding them. Excellence is a habit, not an isolated act. When you make excellence a part of your daily life, it becomes the standard by which you measure everything. Every action you take, every decision you make, becomes a reflection of your commitment to doing things to the best of your ability. Excellence isn't something you achieve on occasion, it's something you embody every day. The serious individual understands this and lives it. They don't do things halfway, they don't settle for good enough. They give it their all. Because when you make excellence your habit, you don't just stand out in the crowd, you stand out to yourself. Think about the impact this commitment has on your life. When you commit to excellence, you are telling the world that you are serious about your dreams, your goals, and your future. You are telling yourself that you are worthy of the best, and you are capable of achieving it. Excellence sets you apart from the average. It puts you in a category of people who are driven, focused, and determined. It creates opportunities for you. It builds respect. It opens doors that would otherwise remain closed. The more you commit to excellence, the more you increase your value to the world. But excellence requires discipline. It requires consistency. It requires a commitment to never stop improving, to never stop learning, and to never stop striving to do better. It's easy to fall into the trap of complacency. It's easy to do just enough to get by. But the serious person doesn't do easy. They do what it takes. They push through the discomfort, the challenges, and the setbacks, knowing that the reward for excellence is far greater than the fleeting satisfaction of mediocrity. If you want to live a life of impact, if you want to reach your full potential, then you must commit to excellence. It's not a choice, it's a necessity. Excellence will be the foundation on which you build your success. And it will be the thing that propels you to new heights. Mediocrity has no place in a serious life, and neither should it in yours. Give your best in everything you do and watch how your life transforms. At the end of your journey, what will be the true measure of your life? Will it be the wealth you accumulated or the achievements you unlocked? Sure, those are important, but they are not the lasting legacy that will define you. The true measure of a serious life is the impact you have had on others and the world around you. It's not about what you take from life, it's about what you give. It's about the legacy you leave behind. You see, life is fleeting, and while you can accumulate material wealth or personal successes, the one thing you can never buy or get back is time. The question is, when your time comes to an end, what will people remember about you? What will your legacy be? A serious person understands that the most profound success is not measured by personal accomplishments alone. It's measured by the positive change you bring into the world. The lives you touch, the hearts you inspire, the ways you make others feel. This is the legacy that endures long after you're gone. Think about it. How do you want to be remembered? What imprint do you want to leave on this world? Will it be one of kindness, generosity, and wisdom? Will it be a legacy of transformation, where you have made a tangible difference in someone's life? Or will you fade away as just another person who took more than they gave? A serious person doesn't just focus on their own success. They think beyond themselves. They know that true fulfillment comes from making a difference, from contributing to something greater than their own interests. It could be helping others reach their potential, sharing your knowledge, supporting causes that matter, or simply spreading kindness and encouragement. The serious person understands that life is about more than just climbing the ladder to success. It's about reaching back and helping others climb it with you. It's about leaving the world better than you found it. And it's never too late to start. As you move through your journey, ask yourself this question every day: how can I make a positive difference today? It doesn't have to be a grand, world-changing act. It can be small gestures, lifting someone's spirits, lending a hand, teaching someone what you've learned. But always strive to make the world a little better because you are here. The best part of life is the relationships you build, the people you help, and the difference you make. That is the real legacy. When you leave this world, it's not about the accolades or the recognition, it's about the lives you've touched. It's about the change you've sparked. Did you make people's lives better by your presence? Did you leave them inspired, empowered, and better equipped to face the challenges of their own lives? When you make an impact, you leave a legacy that will live on for generations. So live with intention. Think beyond your own success. Contribute, give back, and make sure that your time here matters. Create a legacy that others can admire, learn from, and carry forward. The world needs more serious people who understand that success is not an individual pursuit, but a collective journey. Your life is your message to the world. Make it one worth remembering. Ladies and gentlemen, life is short, but it's also incredibly precious. The seriousness with which you approach your life determines the legacy you'll leave behind. So I challenge you to take these principles and apply them. Stop waiting for the right time is now. Stop waiting for someone to save you, you're the hero of your story. Take your life seriously and watch how it begins to take you seriously in return. Thank you.